Hi everyone, it's Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. I am back to share with you guys some more projects that I have recently created, and yes, again, they're on the shabby side. So I hope you guys are enjoying these projects. I just can't get off this kick. But first, I want to share with you guys these tassels that I created. There are 4 of them here. Let me just take one off. They're all pretty much exactly the same. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. They're really fluffy and I love that. There's a lot of eyelash trim. I have a ton of different colors in my stash. I also use some flat lace that I have an overabundance of in my stash, as well as these, I think these are 1/8 inch ribbons that I curled. If you have seen any of my projects in the past, you've seen that I do like to curl these ribbons and they hold their shape. Some of them I don't think I let dry as long, so they're a little bit looser. This is, I think, 1/16 of an inch ribbon. And basically the color scheme that I went with is from this fabric here. This is actually a ribbon that was wired, and I had some leftover pieces, so I went ahead and ripped them. If you rip it against the grain, it rips straight and easily. So I had a whole bunch of these that I ripped and used as the basis for the color scheme. And I love this ribbon. I believe I got it from Michael's, and this is what's left over from them. Then I tied it all together with the flat lace here. And then I stuck on one of these pre-made bows that my twinsy Christine made for me. Hi Christine. So I utilized that. It's a double bow made from seam binding, and there's a heart on this one. Let me show you the other ones. This one, she has a rhinestone piece with a pearl in the center. So they're just really fluffy, and I actually attach them all to swivel clasps. And then you can just easily pop these onto your purse or anything like that, and it just gives a whole lot of girly shabbiness that I love. So when I make these, I do them mostly in like assembly style. So I'll cut all of my trims to the correct sizes, and then I basically will assemble them in like order. So I'll take all the curly trims and separate them out, and then I'll take all the eyelash trim and then grab each one in specific numbers so that they'll all basically be the same. And I hope that makes sense. So these are the 4 that I created. I love them. Aren't they so shabby and fluffy? So here's the first project that I created. Then I got on this kick of making book charms. I'd never made them before. I followed the tutorial from Tamika, who is Scrapdaworld, from a few years ago. I tweaked it a little bit just to change the size of the book. It's just a tad bigger than the ones that she created, but I was going through my scrap paper, and I keep all of my scraps of Tilda paper. And if you know anything about Tilda paper, it is a like prized commodity, so I don't ever throw those away. So I'll show you each one of them, but I made, I think, 11 or 12 of them. I mean, I was like on a roll. So let me first show you the book. So after I covered them and created them, I added some sort of embellishment right here where the book closes. A lot of it was to kind of hide the messiness. I did use a combination of my art glitter glue and hot glue to bind everything together, and some tape runner. And then I just took little remnants of fabric and appliques that I've had and just kind of decorated each one of these. And then if you guys have been noticing with my projects lately, I've been loving using little pearls or these like crystals that I have an overabundance of. So I just added those in strategic places. I glued those down with my art glitter glue. And then each one of them also has a bow. And this is the bride's bow from Magnolia. What I did was I actually just shrunk it down a little bit so that they would kind of not be so overwhelming with these tiny little books. I added a acrylic flower with a gem in the center to all of them. I kept these dangles really, really simple. So they're all on a lobster clasp. I have a little charm at the very top. I think they're all butterflies if I'm not mistaken. And then I created a couple of clusters and I just added it right above the bow. So let me see if I can lay that down. That's what they basically will look like. So I created some in the gold tone, well mostly a lot of them in the gold tone, and then some in the silver. Let's see. So here's one in the silver. So these bows, I used my Cottage Cuts dies to create the bow, and I used some of my, I guess, it's not faux leather, it's the canvas material that you can get at Hobby Lobby. And again, here are some clusters that I created to match. Oh, and all the bows are attached with these glue-on bails that I have. And then here's the butterfly at the top. So I did all these in stages. I first made all the books, and then I created all the bows. Then I created all the dangles. I then decorated all the books and then assembled them all together. And that's how I like to make things that I make multiples of. Here's another one. And I hope you guys can see this. I'm telling you, I was just on a roll. Like, I had to make them, and I had to make a bunch of them. So that's what I did. Here's one with a white glittered bow. Aren't these bows so cute? And some of these I did decorate with those pink pearls that I have. This one actually doesn't have a fabric or a bigger bow. This one actually is a charm. That was a bow, so I thought that one would be a little bit different. And this clasp is actually a heart. I think I only have like one of these left. And here's some more with the bride's bow that I shrunk down. I just love these. And of course, this is my favorite Tilda pattern paper of all time. And I only had a little bit left. Otherwise, I would have made more of the book covers with it. But this is a charm that I've had in my stash. I believe I got this from downtown LA. So I used this pink bow and created a dangle from that. I have two more here. This one I used some silver glittered faux leather for this bow. I love these. And then here is the last one. So as you can see, some of them, when I was creating the bow, I did add the jump ring at the bottom so that I can dangle some beads at the bottom. But when I was assembling them, I soon got tired of doing that. So the rest of them are attached above. So those are the projects that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying your time off as best you can during this time, creating something fun and beautiful. And please stay tuned. I know a lot of you have asked me for a tutorial on the stick pin box from my last video, and that is coming. So know that, and just stay tuned. I'm not quite sure when that'll be fully done. I've had some dental work done and I need more done next week, so my mouth has been a little sore to do videos. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys really soon in another video. Bye everyone.